Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really unique place in Pakistan's higher education scene, the Federal Urdu University of Arts, Science, and Technology. Most people just call it FUUAST.
Okay, so let's break that down. The name tells you a lot, but the key word here is Urdu. See, this isn't just another university. It's the first of its kind, created with one very specific, very bold mission: to teach really complex, modern subjects. We're talking science, tech, you name it, almost entirely in Pakistan's national language. And it's not just unique because of the language, it's also a powerhouse academically. The Higher Education Commission of Pakistan puts it in the top 10 in its category. So, this isn't some small niche experiment. It's a nationally recognized top-tier institution.
So what really makes FUUAST tick? Let's go a little deeper than just the name and get to the heart of what this university is all about.
What's so fascinating here is this blend of goals. On one hand, you've got this deeply cultural mission to champion the Urdu language. But on the other hand, there's a serious, hardcore commitment to cutting-edge science. And they're doing it on a massive scale for about 13,500 students, making top-notch, affordable education in everything from engineering to fine arts totally accessible. To really get what this university is today, you have to look back at where it came from. It didn't just pop up out of nowhere. It was actually the lifelong dream of one incredible person. And that story starts with a man who was so important to the language that people called him Baba-e-Urdu, the father of Urdu. His name was Maulvi Abdul Haq, and his passion is what planted the seeds for everything FUAS would grow into.
And what a journey it's been. It all started back in 1949 as a single institution, the Urdu College in Karachi. A pretty humble beginning for such a big idea. Now, fast forward more than 50 years to 2002, that's when the original arts and science colleges were officially merged to become a full-fledged federal university. And they didn't waste any time. Just a year later, they expanded to the nation's capital, Islamabad.
So, with all that history, what does the university actually look and feel like today? Let's take a quick tour of its campuses and what they offer.
Okay, so FUUAS is spread across 3 main campuses, and each one has its own vibe. You got 2 in Karachi, which are the historical heart of the university, since they grew out of those original colleges. Then there's the 3rd one in the capital, Islamabad, which gives the university a really strong national presence. The Abdul Haq campus, which is named after the founder, is basically carrying the torch of that original arts college. This is where you'll find the hub for things like business, social sciences, and the humanities, with really strong programs in mass communication, law, and of course, the study of Urdu itself.
Then you have the Gulshan campus, and this place is the engine room for all things science and tech. It grew out of the old science college, and today it's a modern center for fields like computer science, pharmaceutics, and biotechnology. This is where a lot of the hardcore innovation happens.
So if you zoom out and look at the whole university, pretty much everything falls into these 4 major buckets, or faculties. You can see it's a really balanced approach, giving equal importance to science and tech, business, the arts, and Islamic studies. It covers all the bases.
But hey, a university is way more than just a list of courses and buildings, right? What's it actually like to be a student there? Let's look at the journey.
The university lays out a really clear path for its students. It all starts with getting in, and they have separate, dedicated ways to apply for different programs. Then, a huge focus is on getting funded through scholarships. Once you're in, it's all about getting involved in campus life. And finally, getting connected to a powerful alumni network when you're done.
And that funding piece is so important. Affordability is a big deal here. The university hooks students up with a ton of financial aid options. You've got the big national programs like the SS program, but also support from provincial funds, like those from Sindh and Baluchistan. And the learning experience goes way beyond lectures. Students here get tons of chances to apply what they've learned at conferences, cool departmental events like a chemistry expo, and practical workshops on everything from mental health to forensic psychology. Plus, there's a real culture of giving back through things like free medical camps for the community.
Okay, so after looking at its history, its campuses, and the student experience, let's zoom all the way out. What's the big takeaway here? Why is this university so incredibly important for Pakistan?
When you boil it all down, FUUAST's biggest impact is that it acts as a bridge. Think about it. In a world where advanced science and tech education is almost always in English, FUUAST is a total game changer. It makes these critical subjects accessible in the national language,
tearing down barriers and letting students really master complex ideas without struggling with a language gap. It's where culture meets the cutting edge.
And this mission isn't just a local success story either. It's starting to get serious recognition on the world stage. For instance, the university recently earned a spot in the prestigious Times Higher Education Impact Rankings. That's a huge deal, and it really shows that its unique approach is having a measurable, global impact. Which leaves us with this final thought. By making knowledge accessible in this way, FUUAST isn't just producing graduates, it's empowering a whole new generation to think, to create, and to lead in their own language. So the real question is, how does that change the future of innovation and identity for an entire nation?